Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most talked about podcast slash YouTube show slash Facebook live show ever. Top Rope Wrestling Talk. As you can see, we are a trio tonight. We are carrying the trio's titles. The fourth member is helping Mama B, and who we love
on
very
assignment.
much. So yeah, she is on assignment. So I might as well make that introduction now. Unfortunately, not with us tonight. The Miss Latina Heat, the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, Grandma Wendy.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We cheat, we steal.
From Nick Aldis.
And also joining us, as always, the walking contradiction himself, the man that oozes creative machismo, just oozes creative machismo. None other than the evil one himself, Evil Evan. Great sound. I love that.
So
And also joining us, the producer, the soundboard extraordinaire, the jack of all trades, the master of none. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I forgot how to do it.
Opposite Pentagon.
The master of none. Dom.
Hey, that's a cold ass honky.
And me, I am
That one.
none other. Look, sorry guys, no mug tonight.
Aw.
I'm none other than the MJF Mark, the high class one, the man that is better than you, Dom.
The man that is flyer than MJF himself. Bruce.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
See?
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special episode. We've been putting this episode together for about what Evan, about 2 weeks? 2 weeks you brought this up?
Yeah.
2 weeks
or
you brought
three,
this
yeah.
up. This is our mid-year awards. So
yeah, we're lovingly calling it the half-assed award.
the half-assed award. So guys, the way we're gonna look at this, we're going every promotion. Every promotion. We're not just gonna do NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and AEW. No, we got MLW, we got NJPW.
NWA.
Listen, when it comes to the women, Evan, you have Stardom. You can go to Stardom. Impact is in there. All of them. We're going all across the board. Listen, the other thing, erase COVID from your memory. COVID's in this show. COVID's never happened, and I want to pick up. I wish too. I really wish it never happened, but I want to play this out like COVID never happened. So I know like MLW and other shows have stopped.
Yeah, like cut off.
Gone. They've cut off and gone, and have it gone. But let's take what those companies have done and just carry it through, and we'll run it that way. So
Works for me, dude. Oh, and by the way, hi to everybody in the chat or the live thread already. Wendy's there. She said she's sorry she can't be there. It's okay, homegirl. Take care of Mama B. Hi, Kristen. Hey, Felipe. CWO, baby. And my Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Besitos, Grandma.
Hi, babe. I love you. I know you're watching.
We have like ladies' night in the group chat or in the live thread. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
You are certainly not here for our looks. That's all.
I should have worked out a little harder today then.
Right?
I know. I
get off
should
camera, do some crunches right quick.
I shouldn't have eaten so many cookies and done a few more push-ups.
Right? Like Popeye without his spinach. If I flex, it's just gonna.
All right, gentlemen. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick this off the right way. We're gonna go straight for the friggin' gusto on this. 99% of the time, people save this for last. I want you guys to give me the male superstar of the first. Male wrestler. This isn't just WWE. The best male wrestler of the first half of the year. Evan, let's start with you.
All right. I had been leaning a certain direction, but I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna say, through it all, not only in the ring but behind the commentary desk and just the promos, everything, the complete package. I'm going with Le Champion, Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
I think
that's
definitely he's done a tremendous work in ring and especially on commentary. He's added so much to these shows. He made them so much fun to watch. The bickering, the back and forth.
Yes.
He's got Pineapple Pete over as hell. That guy has Jericho to thank for his career.
He's been putting
And
guys
I think
over
he's
left and right.
definitely- Yeah, he's definitely added a lot to that show. He's definitely been the highlight of every episode of Dynamite, top to bottom. I gotta go Jericho.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that one. He was definitely up there for me too. And I'm honestly thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, Jericho, but Evan said it. Nick Aldis comes to mind just for the impact that he had holding, the title that I stole from him. And and there's a few guys, but just more recently, not even because he's been on the uptick all year and even before this year, and looking where he's at now. I gotta go with Keith Lee. I mean,
yeah.
the man has been like the moment maker. He showed out at Survivor Series. He put, he was the one that really came in and made a dent on Brock at the Rumble. And he had those matches on NXT with, Dominic Dijakovic, which were amazing. He ends up winning the North American title, keeping it, and then moving on to take out Adam Cole and the historic reign. And so now we can bask in twice the glory. I mean, it's gotta be Keith Lee.
Yeah.
That's that gif. You gotta love that gif where he was the puppy nut behind the
gif maker.
Which I was just about to say, which one? It's either the
gif maker,
Adam Cole,
the Adam Cole gif
into space,
knocks his ass into Mars.
So I know what you guys think I'm going to say, but I'm actually not gonna go that route. I know you guys all think, oh, Bruce is going to say MJF.
Listen, I was thinking Marco Stunt, to be honest.
Oh, go fuck yourself. No, MJF's been complete gold the first half of the year, but for me, the male wrestler of the first half of the year, oof.
It is tough because there have been a lot.
Ooh, it's like I want to say one person, but I'd like to save them for another section. You know what? I may double dip on this, but right now I'm gonna have to say Hammerstone, Alexander Hammerstone.
Oh.
Listen,
no, I can't argue.
This man's
his
been
social media is amazing too.
It really is. Like he's been out there and he's been there, but like just this year alone, he's come on so strong and become so popular. He's got a lot. He's got Bully Ray talking about him. I'll bust it open.
Everybody's talking about him.
Even Uncle Jimmy Cornette loves the dude and praises him.
Which is amazing because he loves no one. No one but Hammerstone.
But and he's building a storyline with Fatu on Twitter saying he's coming after the MLW title as soon as MLW picks back up.
How many of those 11 straight defenses of the MLW National Openweight title have been this year? A bunch.
Yeah,
he took home the PCW title. I was proud of him. That was a big accomplishment. He had a chance a year or so ago. It kind of had a good match, lost, came back, got over the hump, won that title too. I mean, he's had a great year, and it's hard to argue that too. He was definitely in the running for me, but I was trying to save him for another category as well.
I wanted to too, but I just couldn't. I had to say him, dude, because he's been slaying it.
All right, so we've got Felipe says Jericho is hard to forget, but I'd have to go with Drew McIntyre. You know what? Yeah, lately, yeah. Again, another solid pick. And since Wendy can't be here, she's actually in the live thread commenting along.
She said Rey Mysterio, didn't she?
No, she said Keith Lee is a shooting star right now, and then she said Brucey with the swerve. Hammerstone is gold on Twitter. He really is. He really is. I love that guy on Twitter.
From defending himself from steroid allegations to
calling out Muppets.
Calling out,
You gotta love that guy for so many reasons.
Yeah. great body, great mind.
Oh yeah, you never expect a guy that's that big and built to be able to like quote Nietzsche and play an
Yeah.
amazing guitar and do all the things that he does, but he does. And it's just like, dude, you are
Yeah.
a freaking unicorn.
The sky's the limit for that guy, definitely.
It really is. It really
So-
is.
I can see Vince wanting to get his hands on him eventually.
Like Hammerstone was probably
Oh.
second on my list next to Keith Lee.
Oh, Jim
It's
Jim
hard.
Cornette said
It's hard to
Hammerstone's
pick.
going to be a rich man as soon as he decides to leave MLW.
Yeah.
He
Fuck
said
you,
he's going to be he said
He'll
he's
be a
gonna
rich man. He'll be a
no
rich
matter
man
where he goes.
in MLW.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of bounce around and keep you guys on your toes.
All right, go for it.
So
dude.
Ready.
so we're gonna go with the biggest flop of the year, and by biggest flop I mean someone that was supposed to be huge, but kind of was like they were way up here in their debut, and then just kind of went down and sunk
Oh, don't go away.
and just hit the bottom. Dom, what do you got for that one, buddy? What do you got for the biggest flop of the first half of the year?
Oh man, there's so many. It's hard to choose. Like I'm rattling through them in my head because there's been a lot of debuts this year where you were like, wow, and then within 3 months you're like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
You know, but the one that as soon as I think about it, like, you know, first name that pops into my head, Ricochet.
Okay.
I mean, he was so hot in NXT. He came into WWE, and last year was like U.S. champ, feuding with AJ Styles. He had these great matches, and then this year, just right down the toilet. And it's sad
Yeah.
because I love him. I absolutely adore him, and he was, and even Evil Evan had to let me know that yes, he did beat both Drew and who
Keith
was
Lee.
the other? Keith Lee in separate years, so he could be a double champion. It's like, yeah, you really could, but instead, you're getting destroyed by Bobby Lashley and forgotten about by MVP. Like that's a hard fall. that's a really hard fall, and it
But
breaks
he
my
had,
heart.
he had that nifty WWE network special about him, at least, right?
The 145 days
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and by
I
the way,
guess-
we've got
guess
Felipe.
that's worth something.
Both Felipe and Wendy say Shayna Baszler, and we can pretty much blame Vince McMahon for that one because she was
Yeah.
hot. And then she went to the Royal Rumble, you know, second to last. It's second to last one left. Had the Money in the Bank, didn't win, and then just poof, like Thanos, disappeared. But yeah, it's a good pick as well. Who wants to go?
Evan. We'll go with Evan. I'll
Okay.
save myself for last.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stick in that vein, the Shayna Baszler vein, and I'm gonna stay with the women. Another one that I had really high hopes for, and I understand the year isn't completely over yet, so we can
we
salvage
still got
it.
time.
We still have the second half, but for the first half, I think it was in the Survivor Series where we first saw her kind of, you know, have a dominant performance. And we thought maybe this was going to be her year. She had the big match with Charlotte at WrestleMania, and we
Oh.
thought Rhea Ripley was going to, you know, start
My favorite.
become, you know, the face of NXT. We thought she was going to have a dominant
Mhm.
reign. We thought Rhea Ripley had the brawn, you know, the muscle. She had the
She
good
was
looks.
definitely built that
She
way.
had that attitude that most women didn't have. She was
Mhm.
different, and we see now being different from the rest of the women. Standing out, it doesn't help. It's not what
Nope.
Vince wants.
Not anymore.
He wants that cookie cutter blonde. And man, I thought WrestleMania she was gonna win. She was gonna beat Charlotte. She was gonna take that belt, and it was gonna be a big no. And now she is fighting in a comedy match with Robert Stone and
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
And
I mean,
Aaliyah.
come on.
Yeah.
I mean, where's that's a drop to me. That's a drop. That's a flop. And-
Even Wendy's saying Rhea got screwed. She really did.
Yeah.
She really did. That was
Once
horrible.
again, not her fault. It's all booking, but when it comes down
Yeah.
to it, that she should be positioned a lot higher. She should be running
Oh, yeah.
SmackDown.
I agree. I mean, she's a tremendous talent. She's big. She's agile. She can talk. She's got a great look, you know.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought the same thing. Like she was going to roll over Charlotte at WrestleMania and kind of cement her legacy as NXT champ before moving on to another roster and possibly becoming women's champ there. And then it just WrestleMania happened. And I know she had some problems with her work visa, but you know, and maybe that's why they dropped the title off her in the first place. But you know, since she's been back, she's been doing like next to nothing. And I know it's hard to judge her for like 3 months, but it just happened that fast. It was
Yeah. No, I'm going to stay in the women's division as well. I'm going to stay with the women. And this is someone that, like, her stock was fucking way the hell up here when she came in. And that's Lacey Evans.
yes.
Lacey Evans' stock was way up here.
Oh
way
yeah,
up
she was so
here.
hot when she came in,
At
and she
the-
was
at
just
the
doing the
end-
little runway ramp walks.
Yeah,
And
at the end of
patting
last
herself.
year and the beginning of this year, it looked like she was poised to be either Raw or SmackDown Women Champion. She was in title matches for both brands, and now she's subdued to like 6-woman tags and backstage segments, and she's actually really good in
Even,
the ring.
Go back a few months to where Sasha and Bailey were like bullying her daughter, and you thought, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
where she gets that big push,"
Yes,
and it never happened.
yes.
No,
And you couldn't understand it, but it never happened.
I'm gonna jump into the way back machine, and I'm gonna go way back. I'm talking. I loved Lacey Evans when it was NXT, and she was coming out in the military outfit, and they were praising how she was a former Navy
Marine.
SEAL, whatever, a
Marine.
sniper, and shot people, blew up heads, and saved lives and shit.
I love that.
She was like a legit badass. She came out with her sexy little pinup outfits, but she was still flexing in her little army gear, and it was respectable. Now she's out here singing with my baby tonight, flopping her big dresses and big hats.
Thank God I didn't stick around for that.
Yeah, I'm not here for Sunday brunch. I'm sorry. This
Sorry,
is
I had
Kentucky
Xbox
Derby.
to
I don't
play.
need big hats.
I don't need karaoke night on SmackDown. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a legit military hero who has saved lives and taken lives, but we're pushing that she's so sassy.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't get it.
Felipe wants to know if we can count NXT UK as the biggest flop of the year.
Yeah,
Yes.
that whole promotion.
Yes.
We could,
absolutely.
considering the circumstances, we could. And then
Absolutely.
he brought up another wrestler who's involved in these scandals and things, and I'm not going to give him any credit. Fuck him. I hear you. I agree with you, Felipe, but I'm not going to say his name. Sorry. You know who I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll go back and look.
Wendy says the big flop, Tessa Blanchard. She was set up to become someone amazing, and she dropped the ball herself. Yeah, that's a personal flop, you know.
But hey, it's still she
That's
was
like
she
in the
was
NBA.
poised to be the biggest female in wrestling history.
It's like the whole Shaq thing in the NBA where you basically blow by him and you don't even touch him and he's just that's Tessa
you mean
Blanchard.
LeBron?
Blanchard.
You mean
Well,
LeBron?
maybe him too. I cannot confirm nor deny. But it was definitely Shaq. If you put a finger on him, you just All
right, here's the next one for us. We're gonna go with the best show from January to June. The best show on television or YouTube or Twitch or whatever. The best show.
like overall or individual episode?
Overall. Overall,
okay.
the best show.
I'm thinking,
And-
man, that's tough because I
It
love so many.
really is. I do too. Like,
I love Dynamite. Like I love MLW Fusion. I loved NWA Power. Man.
yeah, buddy, that's a thinker. Me,
My
I'm
brain stuck.
as much as I love Dynamite and I watch it every single week, I've got to say NWA Power for me, man. Just the nostalgia and the straight in ring like dude, this is what it is. This is what you get. If you don't like it, you're not gonna like it. If you're not a fan of
It brings
wrestling itself and you're just for a spectacle, NWA is not for you. But
Yeah.
I love wrestling.
nothing. There are
That
some
show is
great shows,
amazing.
and nothing against them, but like NWA Power brought me straight back to Saturday mornings when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And that hasn't happened to me in a long goddamn time. So when it came through, it actually, like, there are great shows, but that was like game changer for me. So I mean, I hate to say it, but I got to agree with Brucey, and I got to say NWA Power. I loved it. I hope we haven't seen the last of it, considering the circumstances. Not just COVID. I hope we see it again someday because it was amazing. Even their pay-per-views were great. I was looking forward to the Crockett Cup before all this. So,
Yeah.
and the rematch between Marty and Aldis. I mean, there's so much going, and they were so different, and they gave me a feeling that I don't get anywhere else, and I haven't gotten in decades. So I got to give it up to Power. Yep, show of the year. Fuck it.
What do you got, Evil?
I'm gonna reach into my bag of tricks and I'm gonna throw that curveball on you guys. And I'm gonna go with the best wrestling show, the one that I was the most entertained, the most that caught me, wanted me, week to week, wanting the next episode and dying for more when it went off the air. Dark Side of the Ring. This season, they tackled a lot of good topics. A lot of good debate came to know. I heard a lot of good podcasts, a lot of good people talking about that show. A lot of buzz when they already picked up for season 3. What topics do we want? Who do we want them covering? I haven't seen people talking about a TV show about wrestling in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's bringing up a lot of truths and a lot of feelings. The Benoit, the Owen, and the John.
Yeah, we've seen that on this show.
And the debacle at the media, the circus, all is when it comes to covering wrestling with the whole Don
man,
Stossel
even that
episode and
even
the
that
Legion of
episode
Doom episode was so nostalgic. It made me
even that
miss
episode
the
with
huge pops of the crowd.
that episode
good
with
stuff.
Dr. David Schultz and the whole slap and the 2020 guy, and then what I had forgot was that Hogan went on that Belzer show with Mr. T and basically put him to sleep
choked him out.
and dropped him on the ground, and they did nothing to him, and they fired David Schultz for a whole lot less.
Yeah.
So that's what got me in my feels. Like, I was
your
mad.
eyes to that business,
I
It's
know
like
that.
rewatching, big moments from my childhood, but with like adult eyes and seeing the behind the scenes, and it's crazy. I love that show.
I know a show is good, like Dark Side of the Ring, when I'm at work and one of my bosses that knows I used to be a wrestler asked me about it and knows about this show and says, "Hey, have you seen this show?" And I know he doesn't watch wrestling. Like, that's how I know that show is freaking huge. And people that don't even like wrestling, or not saying that they don't like it, they don't watch it weekly like we do, and they watch it and they're like, "Oh my God, that show was amazing."
Not that season 1 wasn't any good, but I know it was like 8 episodes, and then season 2 came along, and it was basically like 8 episodes.
How are they gonna?
It was so good that I almost was mad by the end of season 2 that it wasn't more than 8 episodes. I was like, "Oh, come on, you got to give us more than that."
My thing is, like, how are they going to top their second season? Like they went balls to the wall.
But they went
season
pretty.
2.
They
hit
went pretty
two
hard
of
in
the
season 1
biggest-
too.
They hit 2 of the biggest and most talked about subjects and people in professional wrestling history in one season.
Yeah, but they went pretty hard in season 1 too. Between
you
Macho
want
Man, Miss Elizabeth, Bruiser Brody, Fabulous Moolah, and all her shit in the background. Like they went pretty hard in season 1. They went harder in 2.
You want a good hard way to open season 3? You start with the China Triple H Stephanie McMahon scandal relationship. Them getting her kicked out of wrestling.
And
pretty much
China story
ruining her career.
Can we also pepper in
with the love affair?
Can we also pepper in what Randy Savage did to Little Miss McMahon?
Allegedly. Yeah, we don't need no lawsuits. I don't need Jerry McDevitt and the WWE sending us.
Nah, I don't need that stuff. We barely made any money off this merch yet. All right. Now looking at the comments, let's see. Wendy says NWA Carneyland. It was such an unexpected show. Showcased other sides of its talent. Gave us much needed laugh.
Shout out to the Sienna promo school segments from that show.
Yes.
Those don't get enough love. I know Sienna's, debatable whether she's a good wrestler or not, but
Entice Zicky Dice, amazing. The stuff that Eli Drake was doing in character, where he was talking about dog groomers and things like that, cracked my wife up because she is one. So thank you, Eli Drake. It was just so random and showed such a different side of the competitors in NWA. And
it's weird because
you loved it.
It makes you wonder why they can't keep doing stuff like that. Like, how hard would it be for them to jump on a Zoom like this or on their own cell phones and
Oh yeah, I
in
mean
character
they
little promos
were,
and stuff.
I know they were doing stuff like this before, lasagna scandal. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping they come back with that sometime soon as well. But yeah, that was and everybody is all over Dark Side of the Ring. Like it was
Yeah.
great. It had all the feels. It was outstanding. Season two was amazing.
It's like Emmy
Oh.
worthy shit.
Felipe brings up another good one, and I know what some people aren't fans of him, but he brought up the Last Ride series, the documentary on the Undertaker, and that was actually very well done. Like, it explained a lot that wrestling fans complained about, like, why did he put his coat and everything in the ring and walk away and then come back?
Mhm.
It explains it in this documentary. It's even his way of retiring. So they did a really nice job on that. Like, I got to give WWE a little bit of credit for that one.
Until he shows up at the next Saudi Arabia show, and we all feel like,
and we're like, damn it, not again, Taker.
Yeah.
All right, so with this next category, look,
please.
Dom, you're gonna go last because I already know who you're gonna say, so you can
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going
Give
to
me
get
a chance to get a beer, so whatever.
we're gonna go with the tag team of the first half of the year. We're gonna go with the best tag team of the first half of the year. Evan, what do you got for the tag team for the first half of the year? Oh, I think I know where you're going. You're going to the beer. You're going to the fridge to get a beer.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to go with the unlikely pairing of Hangman and Kenny Omega.
Ooh,
I think when we saw them get the belts, it was we thought it was gonna be a setup for the bigger story of they're gonna break up, the teasing the breakup, and every episode and every BTE we were kind of watching and hinting and waiting and kind of trying to catch the Easter eggs for the breakup. And newsflash, they're not broken up yet. Instead, they're kicking ass, having crazy ass matches. Doing cinematic masterpieces and bar fights that let's see if WWE can even top with their bar fight coming up. But these two guys, I think, for them being two guys that never in my imagination would I thought that these guys should be paired together, having slain it, and I love them.
Okay. I mean, since he doesn't have one, I'll hold this up and toast to Hangman Page for him.
All right, Dom.
I thought I was going last. What happened?
Yeah, you're right. You are going last. My tag team of the first half of the year, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, tag shirt coming.
There it is.
Kirby, honestly.
Right everybody there. Drink, he said honestly.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. Smoke them if you got them.
Yes.
I'm all over.
So tag team of the first half of the year, for me, I would have to say the Von Erichs.
Oh, you bastard!
the Von Erich, dude. Listen. They will be with a major promotion, i.e., WWE or AEW, by the end of their MLW contract. One of those two companies is going to want to get a hold of that name because they are that damn good.
I gotta be honest though. I think if anything, AEW stands a better chance just because of the way
the tag. Yeah.
Well, not only that, just tag, obviously, but because of the way Kerry Von Erich was treated in WWE, I think maybe they might steer clear of that. Because they brought him in for the name, and then they didn't even use it towards the end of his run there.
Wasn't he like the Red Rooster or something at the end of his run?
Texas Tornado.
Texas Tornado. That's who it was.
And I hate you because I was going to pick the Von Erichs myself. You bastard. But I'm going to take them anyway because they are a great.
Say Lucha Bros.
That's what I was figuring.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Okay, Lucha Bros then because they.
Fuck it.
I mean,
No
they had
that.
like the best match in Fyter Fest both nights. So and obviously we know from last year what they've done, and this year has not gone very well, but they had an amazing comeback at Fyter Fest, and hopefully
every match they've had has been amazing, whether they win or lose. They put on a damn good show, so it's hard not to pick them. I was going to take the Von Erichs, but since Brucey did, I'm going to go back to the Lucha Bros since I was rocking their shirt and I was all up in my wrestling, afterglow after that destroyer they pulled at Fyter Fest. Just fuck, man. Woo. I got honorable mentions. The North.
Yes.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
How long have they
been?
been?
Reign.
How I was gonna say, have they
year.
been tag
60
team
something,
champions for
yeah.
like a year and some change at this point in Impact?
Yes.
That's impressive, no matter where you are.
Yes.
And
That's a good honorable mention.
just to piss off certain Muppets, I'm gonna give honorable mention to Sasha and Bailey because I know that pisses certain people off.
No, if I had to go with a female tag team, Kabuki Warriors, hands down. Because
No,
you know
yeah,
what?
a real
Before
one,
they
yeah.
before they came along, the WWE Women's Tag Championships were kind of like just, petering.
Floating around.
And then they showed up and they turned heel, and Asuka spraying mist, and they're getting
The
all
recorder.
they're doing all the recorder and everything, the flute, and they when they got those tag titles, they took them to another level, especially in that ladder match against Bayley and Charlotte. And from there, we got, obviously Bliss Cross Applesauce got back in the picture at WrestleMania, and then Sasha and Bailey came back together, and now the women's tag team division is strong.
Yeah.
But it got there because the Kabuki Warriors laid the foundation this
Yep.
year. So I got to give it to them as far as females.
Our
Maybe
next
even overall.
award is brought to you by Dom himself. This one isn't one that I thought of. This one's from Dom. This is Dom's genius mind thinking.
Genius.
And yeah,
Give
not
me
really.
too much credit, homie.
Yeah. So I think this one's more for
Psychotic
Wendy.
genius.
I think this one was more for Wendy than anybody else. So Wendy, I know you're in the comments. We're gonna
Or
go
you
with
were.
We're gonna go with the most played out superstar of the first half of the year, the most played out wrestler of the first half of the year. And me,
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna kick this one off.
Okay.
As much as I like the gimmick and where it's starting to go and when I finally saw it, but Seth Rollins. As Seth Rollins is the new Roman
good
because
one.
Roman's out.
That's a damn good one. Wow. This is tough. There's so many rattling through my head as far as like played out. Is it too easy to say the Big Show?
Bro, he's been on like 2 episodes of Raw.
And I want him to be on like -3. Okay.
Yeah, you can if that's who you want to pick, man.
I'd say either like the Big Show, or honestly, and it pains me to say this one.
Hey, don't take my line.
It's closer to my real pick, and I did like him for a long time, but Johnny Gargano was played out.
Oh, there it is.
Get rid of that motherfucker. I'm so sick of him and his hipster and his skinny jeans that are like vacuum sealed and all his bullshit. Like, no.
That's
Can
my
Finn
pick.
Balor take him
Right
out
there.
next? That's happened. Here we go.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. They've done everything with the guy. He's been the babyface sympathetic guy. He's been the top champ, Mr. Top Wrestler, Johnny Wrestling. He's been the bad guy who turned on his friend. He's been the husband who sympathetically is there for his wife. Now he's the tough, him and the wife are the evil, bad pairing.
And then all of a
it's like-
sudden, one day he pulls a Moxley and puts a car key in somebody's eye.
Yeah, it's like they're bordering like Kane levels of turns. What do we do with the guy? And
Big Show
honestly,
turn.
neither's working because they've gone both ways so many times.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't see him as the bad guy because in 2 months he's gonna be running out to save Gargano from carrying Cross, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, Johnny Wrestling's back, Mamma Mia!" And then 2 months later, after that, he's gonna be getting Gargano and like, "Oh, and it's just back and forth with the guy, and I'm just like. Waiting for it. He's almost like you're watching the clock, waiting for the next turn.
Honestly,
And
bro,
I don't care.
my head hurts because you're stealing this from my brain.
Yeah.
Get out of my head.
He take him off TV, have him just manage maybe manage Candice and be on the sidelines or something.
Do something.
But yeah,
Something other
I
than
just,
this.
it's sad because he's only been around for not that long. He's not
No,
even like
like
on Raw
2,
and
3
SmackDown
years.
yet. And we've already bored of the guy.
Yeah, because they've just overused him so much.
Yeah.
And
He was Johnny Takeover.
wow.
Now I'm like he's more like Johnny Go
we
Away.
have Felipe chiming in saying John Morrison. I love him. He acts like a little kid with the Miz. Yeah, I'm not
Bro, they're like frat boys that got that like they're like in what the hell's that friggin' movie where they create
which one?
No, the one where they create the frat with
Old School.
Old School. They're like they
Yeah.
should be in Old School.
See,
Yeah.
I
No,
think
that's what.
it would,
And
that
you know
gimmick
what?
would work a little bit better if they were like the older mentor heels to like a younger, two
If it
younger
wasn't,
stars.
if it
Give them
wasn't
someone
almost the
to
exact
rub.
same
Yeah.
gimmick from when he left and became a huge name, it would work a lot better
Yeah.
too. And honestly, I find I want to hang on to him because if you saw that match he had with Matt Riddle on SmackDown, it was fucking amazing, and he did some wonderful things. But then he's still running around with Miz and calling himself Johnny Drip Drip, and I can't get over that either.
Yeah, it's like he's got a venereal disease.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
weird.
no drips.
It's
No
like
drips.
drip
Drips
free.
are bad.
It's like,
Yeah, I
Johnny,
wanna show
Johnny,
it says
come here for a
drip-free.
second. Let me holler at you. Let me talk to you real quick. Let me ask you one question. Are you now the star of like water sport porn movies on like Pornhub? Because what is with the Johnny Drip Drip shit? Like, I don't get it. Get rid of it. It's awful. Go back to being Johnny Mundo or Johnny Smackdown, or just do something that's not this. Whatever this is, stop doing it. Because you're so much better in the ring, but then your gimmick is just garbage. So yeah, I agree with you, Felipe. Baron Corbin, he busts out.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin has played the fuck out. Thank you, Felipe.
Yeah.
All
So,
right. So we covered a bunch of that.
We did. Our next award to be handed out is the biggest return / debut
Ooh.
of the first half of the year.
Is it?
Evan, I see you nodding. I know you got something rattling around.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'd have to like kill. I'd have to like leave the show and never watch wrestling again if I didn't say this. And Hope would kill me. Hope would not let me watch wrestling again if I didn't say Edge.
Yes. Yes.
Has to be. Has to be.
That Rumble
the matches
moment.
haven't been the greatest. I'm gonna admit that. But the promo
No, but the
work,
return?
that deep, that when he was in the shadows in his little creepy ring in the corner with the sling on, he was,
Oh yeah,
getting
the
into your
real
head.
rated R
It was
superstar.
good. Yeah,
Yes.
he definitely made a big comeback, and someone that we thought we'd never see wrestle again, someone that we thought was a distant memory that we would, maybe come out with Beth Phoenix at the next, Hall of Fame ceremony or something.
Right.
But Edge. Hope I
Yeah,
got your back, bro.
even Mac says Edge in the comments, and Felipe says Edge or maybe FTR at AEW. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Damn you,
So,
Felipe.
I'm
gonna go on. I'm just gonna Dom
at the Rumble. Holy shit!
All
Go
right.
ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
Felipe blew it for me. I'm going with FTR. Even though there was a few wrestlers and a few fans in the crowd, their debut was
amazing.
Was awesome. It was totally unexpected. Like, I still thought they had time on their no compete clause. Like, I had no idea their no compete clause was over. Like, right. I literally blew my freaking mind sitting there watching freaking Dynamite at home, and you hear
had to take his belt from him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the revving of the truck, and you're like, what the fuck?
And that's a sweet truck too.
Dude, yes. And then they both popped out. I was like, oh my god! I was like a little kid on Christmas that got his first bike. I was like, oh my god!
Oh, Felipe apologizes, Bruce.
It's all right, man. It's all right, Felipe.
It's cool, Felipe.
It's nothing but love.
Nothing. CWO, baby.
Yeah.
No, you hit on Edge, which I could agree on. I'm in the spirit of being different. I'm gonna say, since it was another one of those big deal kid at Christmas moments for Brucey, Brian Cage.
Yes.
In the casino ladder match. I mean, it was kind of expected, but at the same time, you had heard Melissa saying like, no, he's staying here. He's just hurt. He's going to be an Impact. He's just hurt. And there was all that I guess you could call it subterfuge. Kayfabe. That's a good word too. And then all of a sudden, not only does he debut, but he debuts with Taz next to him with the orange towel and everything. And we have obviously seen where it's going from there with the FTW title. Oh, yeah. my inner hardcore child is marking the fuck out at the sight of that FTW title. But yeah, Cage showing up at the casino ladder match, Double or Nothing, a couple of months ago. That was a great debut, and it was kind of a return since he had gotten hurt, had the triceps injury. We hadn't seen him since, and then he just pops back up in there and gets a title match, and wow, like that was big. I love that, especially Taz made it big. Taz makes everything big.
Yeah. All right, let's
by comparison.
let's keep this train rolling.
He's like Wendy. He's so little, but he makes everything so much bigger.
Let's keep this train rolling. We're killing it. We're killing it, guys.
Killing this shit.
This one,
As usual.
Evan's going to appreciate this one because he watches a mass array of this wrestling. But we're going to go with the female wrestler of the first half of the year.
Oh, man.
The female wrestler of the first half of the year.
Ooh.
I'll kick it off. I'm going to go with Hikaru Shida.
That's a good call.
Shida, she's been on fire. Like I'd been waiting and waiting and waiting for her to debut. I knew she was there, and once she debuted, every single match that woman has had, no matter who it's against, when it is, what style it is.
No, but especially that match against Nyla Rose where she won.
That no holds barred match. Oh.
Like, you know, she got beat down so bad. She fought back from everything. She looked so good doing it. And, you know, she's an amazing worker. And to pull that title from Nyla Rose when it looked like she was unstoppable was just, you know, that was like a wow moment for me. I love Shida, but I didn't think she stood a chance. And I think in our pre-show, I even said, like, if she wins, I'm not going to be mad because I love her, but she's going to lose. Yeah. And God, was I wrong.
So that's a good one. I know we're gonna get a curveball from Evan on this one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if I blew the surprise on the curveball, bro. But
my easy answer would be the Empress would be Asuka because she's been entertaining as hell and she's been making that Raw women's division watchable again. But when it comes to overall impact in the wrestling business, and I'm gonna get choked up here, guys. My heart and I have to go with the women that impacted wrestling the most was the loss of Hana Kimura, man.
Yeah.
That hurt. That opened the eyes. A lot of people, we realize how horrible we've been to each other online. How horrible
amazing.
we've been.
The saddest part of all of it.
So much potential. She had, the world was right in front of her, and that fucked up reality show, the shit they made her do. And the hate she got for that, man, it sucks. It's
the saddest
horrible.
part out of all of that was like shortly after, like a few weeks after, I remember Alex Hammerstone, and he ended up taking the video down, but he put a video out just practically in tears, talking about how like he stepped away because all this you know, COVID and hate and everything. He stepped away from social media because he just couldn't handle it himself. And when he comes back, everybody's calling him a racist and everybody's calling him this and everybody's calling him that. And I thought, we haven't learned yet. Like, did you just see what happened to Hana Kimura? Like, are we really going to do this again? Like, when is enough enough? You know, just leave people alone. Just because they signed off their Twitter because they couldn't handle it doesn't mean that they're this and that and the other. It just means that they're fucking sensitive. So leave them the hell alone. You know, like, come at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm a psycho. I'm not gonna give a shit about anything you say. Say what you want, but guys like Hammerstone or Hana or whatever, leave those people alone. Obviously, they can't handle it. And shortly after that, seeing Hammerstone, I was mad because it was like, here we go again. So I get that. I honestly have at least two people in my head, and oh man, it's tough because like Io Shirai has been amazing this year.
Yep.
When she's not hurt.
When she's not hurt, yes, she has been amazing. She's got this whole, you know, she kind of did like a Black Lotus remix in NXT and went after everybody, won the NXT title. I just don't. Man, it's tough. I, as much as I love her, I gotta give it to Asuka because that's like my alpha female. And this woman, in 6 months has been women's tag team champ, Money in the Bank winner, and now Raw champ, Raw Women's Champion. I don't know. You know, you might say, okay, well, Tessa pulled the world title. Then look what she did with it. There's not another more successful woman in wrestling in the last 6 months that's still on an active roster than Asuka.
She is the most decorated woman in WWE. And I'm not talking about how many titles she's held. She's held the tag titles, the NXT title, the Raw title, the SmackDown title. She's won the Royal Rumble. She's been the sole survivor in Survivor Series. Yeah. She's done it all. And no one's done everything like that. Like she's.
It's like I'm not trying to be a WWE kiss up, but like there is no more of a dominant female athlete in wrestling right now than Asuka.
Yeah. You know what? Because it's clear every Monday night they have her multiple segments. She's backstage, she's in the ring, she's cutting promos, she's on commentary. They rely a lot
Multiple
on her.
matches.
They see the fans are digging it. They see they're into her, and I want her to keep that belt. I would like to see a nice, good, dominant run from Asuka.
Oh, Felipe agrees. He even says the employee of the year in WWE.
Yes.
Yes, she might
It's
be.
between her and Drew McIntyre.
I was gonna say it's between
the
her,
employee of the year.
Drew, and maybe Apollo Crews. You know, like because he's had some amazing moments and done some stuff, especially during the lockdown. So I can't hold him out of that. But yeah, I got to give it to Asuka.
We'll keep him in mind for Breakout Star.
We'll keep
Well, speaking of Breakout Star, guess what category we're doing
back in my
next?
head.
Breakout Star.
Yeah. No, this is the one that I was gonna. Again, I was on the fence about Wrestler of the Year, Breakout Star. My Breakout Star of the Year is Alex Hammerstone.
Quick. Sorry, I mean to 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. But honorable mention, women, top female performer of the first half, Britt Baker. You got to give her some credit. Yeah,
Okay, you did not just cut me off for Britt Baker.
Even outside of the ring, she's been hilarious, and I can't wait to see what they can do with her when she finally comes back, when she finally comes for Sheeta and for her title. And
I think she's gonna have to get rid of Big Swole.
She's hilarious.
First. And that's
Yeah,
not
she's
gonna
got
be-
that big
There's
swole.
very few females that on AEW have been killing it on the promos. And
Since we're shifting gears a little, I'll be honest. Like I do like the way Britt has kind of come along a little bit with her promos and stuff, and
She's
all
easy
that.
to hate, and I like
But
that.
I'm just not feeling Britt Baker. So I hope Big Swole whips her
feel her
ass
then.
and throws her in a trash can again. That's
Then
the only
she's-
time I like Britt Baker.
Then she's doing her job, Dom.
She really is, because I
Yeah.
fucking hate her.
See?
All right.
But back to tying into the breakout star, Big Swole. How about that performance that her and Britt Baker have been having? She's been, making her name on the national scene and doing a hell of a job so far.
Okay. I like that. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good
Big
choice.
Swole definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
She's been in a good
Zed's
spot.
proud.
Again, yes, he is. Again,
and
my
I
pick.
want to see her pull him in. I want to see her grab her husband and pull him
Pull
onto
him over.
AEW.
That would
Yeah.
be cool too. No, my pick has got to be Alex Hammerstone because he has been amazing this year, regardless of COVID or whatever else. Just everything with the title defenses. I hate to say this, Brucey, but laying MJF out in the Opera Cup tournament. Even the match he had with I know it's not this year, and I'm sorry, but even going back to it, like from that match he had at their first pay-per-view with Davey Boy Smith Jr. It was amazing. It was hard fought. It was smash mouth, and it looked like he was done. And he somehow managed to pull through, get the win, keep his title. And there were like 6 or 7 defenses this year. Alex Hammerstone has to be like the fastest rising talent in wrestling at this point. So he's definitely my breakout for 2020.
I'm sorry, but my choice is none other than the salt of the earth, the man that is better than everybody,
Except Alex Hammerstone.
Mr. Kayfabe himself, the man that stays in character 24/7 and kills it in the ring. He's had amazing matches this year. He is our AEW Dynamite Ring Champion, MJF.
Who lost to Alex Hammerstone in 5 minutes.
Shut up. Listen.
Nope.
The
5 minutes.
The first time I saw MJF was at All In. And I was like, dude, who is this guy? I was like, okay, yeah. Then I seen him on MLW. I was like, all right, cool. And then when he came to AEW, it's a rocket strapped to his ass, dude. He shot straight to the top, man.
Undefeated in singles competition.
Undefeated in
singles
year
competition.
2020.
In
Still
singles competition.
He didn't get pinned. His shoulders didn't touch the mat. Don't
Which
go there.
means he's
Don't go there.
undefeated in singles competition.
The man is undefeated.
In singles.
He's the man. breakout
and not
star
an
of the year.
MLW against Alex Hammerstone. But other than that, yes, he's undefeated.
Breakout star of the year, MJF. You heard it here.
You know, I might get some bad publicity from my fellow Mexican delegation if I don't give some credit and shout out to Breakout on Monday Night Raw, Angel Garza. How about the hell of a fucking job that he's been doing with Andrade and the whole, pulling
Really
up the
has.
pants and the sexy flower and the kissing and all that
Just
Latino like love
Just
maker
the
guy.
flirting with Charlie Caruso on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
top-notch.
He when you hear rumblings and rumors that he's being compared to Eddie Guerrero, man, you gotta keep your eye on that.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna have a good, like I said, another guy with a bright future. And
As good as he is,
breaking
he
out.
might be my breakout star next year. You know what I mean? Or at the end of the year, because he kind of came in a weird spot, and he was kind of like in a weird faction.
COVID replacement. Yeah.
Yeah, bad booking, stupid ideas, bad creative, that sort of thing. But by the end of the year, yeah, I could see him as like
But
a
just the
breakout
early
star.
comparisons to Eddie Guerrero, you can't deny that that's fucking
And again-
something to keep an eye on.
Again, honorable mention to Apollo Crews. He's done
another
a
one too.
lot lately.
Yeah.
And MVP, and even the stuff with MVP.
How about,
I mean,
Wardlow.
Wardlow,
Love
too.
to Grandma Wendy's not here, so we gotta give love to the big. What's
Yeah,
called
Grandma's-
Daddy.
Grandma's sex toy has got a
Daddy
little ways to
Wardlow.
go before he can be
Yeah.
considered in that breakout category, but he's definitely showed out a little bit. The match with
Yeah.
Luchasaurus was a lot better.
But for
than
a
I
guy
thought
that
it
we
was
had
gonna
never
be.
heard of, other than that one promo where he was like walking through the parking lot fighting, bad guys, he's been making a name for himself.
We have an interesting one from Mac. He says, you could even consider Dexter Loomis for breakout performer. Dude kind of came out of nowhere to become relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant title picture.
Ask
contender.
Roddy. He's definitely a breakout performer because he can't get him out of his head. Even after that strap match, can't get him out of his head. And he's a hell of an artist too. So I think Evan should respect him for that.
Guys, we are.
I'm curious what tattoos he has blacked out. He has like a lot of blacked out tattoos. What was under there?
It's just all black. That's
all
what his
black
tattoo
now.
is.
Is it?
When he was in Impact, he had none, and then he came back with
Color all black?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What a waste of ink.
When he came back as the creepy bastard.
Yeah. So, guys,
All black.
we're
Yeah.
down to our final 2 awards of the night.
Wow.
Final
Drum
2
roll.
of awards of the night, and we're gonna go to this one. We're gonna go to best pay-per-view of the first half of the year.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh man. Hmm.
Anybody?
I'm thinking, man. I'm rattling through them, and I'm like, man, that one was good. That one was good. That one was pretty good. Like,
I'm gonna go with Double or Nothing.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
kind of leaning towards that one too. Double or Nothing this year was
It was
amazing.
It was stacked. It was stacked from pre-show all the way to the final match.
Yeah, it's hard to think of anything WWE related because they've all had those cinematic matches, and I just can't hang my hat on those. I can't count that as like a good pay-per-view ending main event, top to bottom pay-per-view. If you got to
Good
rely
call,
on
Felipe.
editors and cuts and all kind of post-production,
Yeah.
I can't count that. It's too
Now-
hard for
now,
me to count those.
Felipe says Wrestle Kingdom Night 2, which I'm not hating because that was a great night. Like the
Yeah.
whole
That was so
the
early in
whole
the year.
show. I
Yeah.
know Japan. I know Strong Style of New Japan. They kind of get some big
Yeah.
bloated nights, but that whole show had me riveted. I was just like,
Mhm.
oh.
I completely forgot about Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom.
No, night
Naito-
two and night
Naito
two was
with
the
two
best
belts.
of it.
Yeah, 2 belts.
Naito with the 2 belts and a bunch of other shit. And oh, by the way, shout out to the newest member of the Bullet Club, Evil.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a surprise. Oh my
I
god.
can finally do it now that we're here. Shall we say it's an Evil Bullet Club?
That was good shit.
Yeah, Mac,
definitely.
Mac's with us. Double or Nothing was awesome. Yeah, like I'm torn between night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom and Double or Nothing, but I'm gonna stick to Double or Nothing because I have to. It was so good. Like the Cage and Cody and all.
I'm trying my hardest to remember the what was it? The AEW
Revolution.
Revolution.
I cannot, off the top of my mind, remember
The one
what
where
happened in that pay-per-view.
the one where Moxley wins the title.
Yes, that's where Moxley beat Jericho.
Yeah. After he took Santana's eye. Which was the first eye for an eye match. In case you don't know.
Well, that went rather quickly. Final. This is the one I've been saving for this moment. The match of the first half of the year. That is our final award, the first half of the year match.
I'm just gonna say it again, and because it's fresh in my mind, and it blew me away, and everything else, and I'll let you guys do what you need to do. The 8-man tag, the Bucks and FTR versus Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. It was amazing. The whole thing, not just the spot that I'd never seen before, but the whole match, the way that the two teams had kind of like split up and used each other's moves in tandem, like
finishing
FTR
each other's
and
moves.
Finishing each other's moves, getting involved in them. The four-way tandem offense that these guys had, and they had barely been together for a couple of weeks. Like it was an amazing match. It was a clinic. It was one of those oh my god fests. Like every time you saw something, not just the destroyer spot, but like when you see one of the guys from FTR or one of the Bucks doing like the super kick party, you're like, oh my god, because you expected them to beat the shit out of each other, not be having a super kick party in the middle of Fyter Fest. So I have to give it to that. I'm sorry, I know it just happened and it's fresh in my mind. I'm a fucking mark, whatever. I'm still doing it.
All right. Evan, what do you got?
Man, let me see. Match. That's hard because, like I said, a lot of the like marquee main event matches have been the cinematic ones, so I can't even look at those. Edge Orton, I can't even count that one.
Maybe
Greatest
Last
match
Man
ever.
Standing.
Actually,
How about a little kind of a dark horse pick? AJ Debray for that IC final on SmackDown a few weeks ago.
That's more than legitimately worth it. That was an amazing match.
That match went like 40 minutes.
It might have been, and I don't even know if it's a might.
Something.
It might have been better than anything on the Backlash pay-per-view that followed it up. Like Drew Bobby.
It really was.
But AJ versus Daniel Bryan on Friday night was probably better than everything at Backlash. Everything. So yeah, I can't argue that one. I love that match too. That was tremendous.
Because I enjoyed the hell out of Stadium Stampede, but I can't count that one because
it's cinematic. It's cinematic.
That's like a TV show. It's not a real match.
Yeah, so it was more of a free for all than anything. You know, there was just so much going on. It's kind of hard to consider it a match.
So my honorable, because I have an honorable mention for this, and Dom, you actually said it. It was the Drew McIntyre Bobby Lashley match. Like that's a strong honorable mention for me. But
it's very close. It's like 1 and 1. It's like 1A and 1B for me.
Like and I know that there was some great matches at Wrestle Kingdom, and I know Impact has had some great matches. I know all these shows have had some great matches, and I know this match just happened. But Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho for me, like Orange Cassidy, and if he didn't prove you wrong against Pac, that match with Chris Jericho shows you wrong. Proves every hater of Orange Cassidy and him putting his hands in his pocket and probably having the greatest gimmick of all fucking time because no one ever had the balls to do it.
Yeah, I can't
and
knock
he
it.
He got in there and he put on, in my opinion, a 5-star match with Chris Jericho.
No, he really did. And it's not that I hated on Orange Cassidy. It's just I didn't really know him going into AEW. And then when I saw what he was doing, I didn't really fucking get it. But the longer I watched and the more he stuck around, the more he did, I was like, okay. Like, I wasn't a doubter. I was like, okay, show me what the fuck you got, because I don't know you. And he did. And by the time he did, he was like, okay, I'm sold. And that main event match.
Great intergender matches, too.
Yeah, he really had. I've looked back now, and he really has. I even heard him speak on a shot of brandy. I didn't even know he did that. So to hear him speak, I was like, holy shit! He didn't just speak. He was like talking and telling stories, and I was like, what? Kayfabe broke. MJF is better than you. But I definitely enjoy Orange Cassidy, and he put on a tremendous match against Jericho. And it's hard to see people trolling or acting like Muppets or doubting him at this point after that match. So
You
I
can't.
agree with you, Bruce. I
And
really do.
If anyone doubts his in ring after that match, they're just hating. They're just being haters and whatnot. But hey, haters are gonna hate. Let them hate. You know.
Yeah, they're
And
always going to be there. I've said
like
that a lot when we talk
he-
about different topics. They're always going
he-
to be there.
he
Enjoy it.
has the most ballsy and original gimmick out of anyone in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
you're not
that's my
wrong.
opinion.
Mhm.
Oh, Felipe brings up a good one too. Paige and Omega versus the Young Bucks. He's like,
Yeah.
I've watched that match like 10 times now. It was a damn good match, Felipe. I can't knock that.
How about honorable mention to this year's men's Royal Rumble match? I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it was
Once they got
many
through all
years
the
of
Brock
the-
stuff, yeah.
yeah, when Drew, just that whole when Drew came and knocked them in the fields, and it was good. It was definitely refreshing after the past few years
Well, that's the
of I
thing,
gotta
like-
admit, garbage rumbles. I thought this one was really
I
good.
remember Brucey and I being so mad at the first half of that Royal Rumble.
We were so
It's
pissed.
just watching Brock throw everybody out in a matter of seconds, and we're just like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go. And then all of a sudden, things changed when Keith Lee came around, and then Drew
Yeah,
knocks him
started
out.
filling
We
in.
saw what happened from there. Edge debuts. That had a lot of great moments in it. That's one of the
Yeah, it was
best
like a
Royal
roller
Rumbles they've
coaster.
done since they had like Shinsuke and Asuka win in the same year. It had been a few where you were just like, meh, but that
But at
one
least,
kind of blew,
this-
kind of tore the house down. So
yeah,
yeah,
this one at least had a better payoff in the ending with Drew and than
Yes.
Shinsuke, because
as
the
soon
Shinsuke
as
title run, oof,
Drew threw out Brock Lesnar, I knew it was his
it was
time.
him.
I knew
Me
it was
too.
not him to win, but I knew it was going to be his time.
no,
He was gonna win
I
a
went
title.
that
He
far.
was going to be in the spotlight.
I went that far. As soon as Drew eliminated Brock, I was like, he's winning this shit. And people were like, no. I was like, watch. And then he ended up winning the shit. And I was a little nervous when Edge came back because I thought, uh-oh. But, especially when he hung around. But, yeah, as soon as he eliminated Brock, I said, he's winning it. And
Yeah.
people, like, our discussion threads in Facebook were just, oh, you're crazy. Like, it's Drew. He's not going to – I was like, watch. It's going to happen. And lo and behold, it happened. That's why I got 16 titles.
And now we claim more, talk less.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's great. Unless you're Bruce Pritchard, because he wants you to talk more, but Drew doesn't,
Ugh.
and it's great.
Why you got to ruin a good show by bringing that shit up?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brucey. I love you.
Oh, you're such a dick.
I know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Hmm.
girls, that wraps up the awards show.
And I think on that note, we can finally end this show.
That is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. After
We
a
have done our
30-minute Kenny
half-assed
Omega debate.
awards. We have had our Kenny Omega debate. We have been,
Yes.
humbled by a fan, who just happened to
He
pop
said,
in.
"Fuck Jim
Who
Cornette."
gave us a great boom boom story, and we
Mhm.
got to say fuck Jim Cornette, which is always a great night.
Yes.
It's always
Um,
fun.
We got to talk up Alex Hammerstone, which is always a great night.
Always. We love
So
him.
let's obviously we got to let Brucey do the social medias, because if
Yep.
we don't, he will cry and I will hear about it all weekend. So
The only
please,
thing they keep me around for.
well, yeah, that and now your sister makes our merch, so now we gotta
Yeah.
keep you, Brucey.
I gotta say.
Please.
And the scarf.
Bless us and all of social media and YouTube with our contact information, so they can get in touch with us, interact with us.
Here we go.
Fun with us.
Here it is. Let's wrap this puppy up. You can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are a publicly traded Facebook group.
Best
Hey,
group,
what
best
up, Titus?
members.
Best group ever. My nephew. Here, I'm gonna bring my
Oh,
nephew on
Titus.
the show. Come here,
Yes,
Titus.
please. He's
Let's-
adorable. I want to
let's
see him
wrap up
again.
the show, Titus. Come on, Titus.
Yes,
let's
please,
wrap up
wrap
the
up
show.
the show.
Say hi.
Titus.
Say hi. So, you
so
can
cute.
also buy our merch on our Facebook page, which is TRWT merch. Yes.
On
Yes,
Facebook.
merch. You tell them, Titus. Merch on Facebook.
Merch.
Find us on Facebook. Yes, merch. Yes.
Buy
your
the
mommy
merch.
makes the
That's what he's
merch.
saying.
Yes.
I speak baby.
Yeah, she says buy a mug and a shirt. They look great
Says,
together.
Buy a
They really
mug,
do.
buy a shirt, buy the new logo shirt, which is behind Dom right now. That is our newest logo. Yes, newest logo, Titus. You
Stretch.
tell him
I
newest
really
logo.
need some
Yep.
DDPY, y'all. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah.
and you can find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT, which
Mhm.
we're on Twitter. All right, bye Titus, you're done. He's
and
out.
Hammerstone is a
we only paid
follower
for
of
one
ours.
for a quick promotion.
We have a bunch of
service.
wrestlers between Hammerstone, the Neon Ninja, even
They can't
Mr.
knuckle bump. I'll knuckle
Spectacular.
bump with you.
Jesse Goddard's is a follower. I love that. The Pope. We got a bunch of wrestlers. We do a bunch of stuff. We have a great community of other shows and podcasts that follow us and give us all the good follow Fridays. Clark Street was one of them. We had the
Mhm.
you know.
We're gonna get them
Mega
back on.
Powers.
We're gonna get both of them back.
We're gonna
on
get
the
both
show.
of them next time. We loved having Devin on. Like our Twitter is got a lot as far as wrestlers, as far as other shows, because we're a community. This is not a competition. We love Clark Street
Love.
Wrestling. I listen to them all the time.
Love.
There are a bunch of guys between eye pokes and head chokes, lay the pod down, all of them that I actually enjoy and listen to. So we follow, we get it. We talk to each other about things. We give our opinions on wrestling during the week. We do all that kind of good stuff. So if you're into that, Top Rope WT got you.
And you can also find us on Instagram at top_rope_wrestling_talk. That's where we post all our memes and all our crazy shit, pictures of us, pictures of at shows when shows come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And
You have
we
a lot of
other-
like Evil Evan originals. You have some
Yeah.
goofy
Yes.
shit,
My boomer ass finally was able to log on, so watch out. Here I come.
Yeah, I had to approve
I can
him.
finally stop posting.
Yeah.
I can finally stop putting stuff on Instagram
For
on
me.
his behalf. That's going to be great.
Yes.
And you can also obviously find us on YouTube at Foxden Productions, where this is our flagship show. And you'll
Yeah.
have the most episodes of this. You can also find our two other shows that Dom hosts, which is Mutant Rejects and Drunk Upon
Right.
Time is the other one. And then you
And-
can also,
and,
we have
yeah,
our specials.
Reject
Drunk
should be
Upon-
back Sunday unless something goes horribly
Yes.
wrong. We've got a lot of stuff. I've had some stuff going on in the background and
Unless-
I haven't had a chance. But Reject should be back Sunday and we're
Unless
working
it's
on Drunk Upon-
rejected.
Unless it's rejected.
And you can also, he's back. You can also find our once in a while specials, Drunk Upon a Top Rope, where we talk a little bit of wrestling and a lot of shit.
Yes. That's the
That's
real
the
tight. That's the real Titus Worldwide right there in his lap. That dude
Yes,
is going to take
Titus
over the world.
Worldwide. That's right.
Worldwide.
Bubba, Dom and Evan can't fist bump you right now.
Oh,
they're,
dude,
they're
give
in
it up.
other states. They can't fist bump you. Oh,
We'll
now
come together like the Shield right here on the show. Just put your hand in the screen.
he's
We
fist
got
bumping
you.
the screen.
All right, there we go. Put a fist in
Bump.
there.
And I'll boop him too. Boop. That's for Statlander. She'll be
Boop.
back.
Boop.
She'll be back.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda 5. Come on, bring it in.
Oh, he's now he's booping the screen, Evan.
That's my dude. I love that guy. Is something happening on Wednesday, Felipe? Actually, it is. He brought up a good point. Again,
Yes.
fans schooling us.
Oh yes.
Wednesday, we're going to have our Fight for the Fallen watch along. And we are going to have at least Felipe and hopefully Peter join us to watch the show, give us their feelings on it, just chit chat with us during commercials. Have a good time. And if they'll let us, I'll put it on YouTube. You know how copyright goes there. Sometimes, but if they'll let us, I'll put it on YouTube. It will definitely be live on Facebook in our group, Top Rope Wrestling Talk, and it will be our discussion thread that night. So we won't just be talking with one another. We'll be talking with everybody that comes to talk about AEW Dynamite on a Wednesday night. So it's going to be a pretty large
We're all
thread.
coming.
We're going to have some fans
Yes.
on. I'm going to try to record it, and we're going to try to put it on YouTube, and we're going to hope they don't shut us down for copyright because I'm kind of a stupid idiot when it comes to
We
YouTube.
are
And
not actually showing the show.
no, it's a watch. We're watching. We're
Yeah.
reacting. We're talking with one another. We might bring up some topics
We're
during
gasping along.
It'll still be fun. And Felipe will be joining us, which I can't wait for because that's my dude, and I've been trying to get him on with us, and this is like the perfect opportunity because we
It was
all
his
love
birthday recently, I believe.
it was,
Yeah.
and this is going to be like
Feliz
a
cumpleaños.
belated birthday present because he was working
mucho amor.
nights, or else we would have done Fighter Fest already. But we scheduled it for Fight for the Fallen, and we're going to have some people on. We're going to chit chat. We're going to cut
Big
up. We're gonna
title
have some
match.
jokes. Have some fun. and it will be great. Now obviously we've heard about YouTube. If you feel like listening to us on the go, or you just don't want to see these faces, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't blame you. Go to anchor.fm/TRWT, and you will see our website pop up. You will see all our episodes there if you want to listen to them. If not, at the top of the page, you're going to see a spot for platforms, and it's going to show you everything we have, which is pretty much everywhere podcasts can be enjoyed. I mean, Apple, Spotify, the list goes on and on. The only one you will not see there that we are on is iHeartRadio. You have to go to iHeartRadio and search for Top Rope Wrestling Talk, and then we pop right up. Everything else is on the Anchor page. If you like our iHeartRadio or you want to support us, please go follow us there. A lot of people have, and we appreciate it. But otherwise, everything is on the Anchor page. You can find us. You can listen to us. You can avoid seeing my ugly mug. And we got TRWT merch. We got everything covered.
Yes, buy our merch.
Subscribe.
I guess. Yes,
obey,
please.
consume.
Subscribe to YouTube. Ring the bell. Share this stuff around. Help us grow this a
Ring
little
my
bit.
bell. I
We're
like
getting
it.
big. Yeah, who doesn't? We're getting big. We'd like to get bigger. Help us out a little bit. If you want to just say, hey, like, this is my favorite show, or hey, wrestling fans, watch this show. Come to this group on Facebook. Whatever. Comment stuff down below. Have fun with it.
I'm almost done, buddy.
He's almost done, dude.
With us.
Unky High Class will be with you
babies.
momentarily, but since Wendy's not here, I guess I will.
I got it. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Goddamn right. Wear a mask. Don't be a Loki.
Sip Squad Fly Boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang. My niggas getting dodo. You pussy niggas, Frodo's fucking hobos looking so-so. Okay, shot in slow-mo, haters salty like adobo. But Coco, we get loco. Hit them cashes, so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we Stokely on the promo. We classy, Freddy, blasty, bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop and I won't stop. Guess I'm Diddy to your Cassie. No shiny suits, I'm spazzing. Ashy, I'm so flashy. Talking out your ass, goddammit, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters get the shaking like they mama named the catch it. Father, all these rap wrestlers pay homage to me, bastards. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this fame do. Oh, you ain't down with Dream Team. Middle finger. Sip Squad Fly Boys, that's my logo. You already know though. It's PBS and Nation Gang. My niggas getting dodo. You pussy niggas, Frodo's fucking hobos looking so-so. Okay, shot in slow-mo, haters salty like adobo. But Coco, we get loco. Hit them cashes, so no. You rap it, then we live it, cause we Stokely on the promo. We classy, Freddy, blasty, bitches, why you acting sassy? Can't stop and I won't stop. Guess I'm Diddy to your Cassie. No shiny suits, I'm spazzing. Ashy, I'm so flashy. Talking out your ass, goddammit, I'm just speaking cash shit. Haters get the shaking like they mama named the catch it. Father, all these rap wrestlers pay homage to me, bastards. Sorry, I don't claim you. That's just what this fame do. Oh, you ain't down with Dream Team. Middle